This is a guided meditation session to help you dream the Magician card. So we'll start off, as with all guided meditation sessions, and to connect ourselves with breath. So we'll take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, hold for a few seconds, out through the mouth, hold for a few seconds. On the 3rd breath, on the breath in, I want you to vocalize the words, "My intention is." And then as you're breathing out on the last breath, vocalize the words, "To merge with the Magician card." Okay, so let's begin. So deep breath in through the nose. Hold it for a few seconds. Out through the mouth. Hold. In. Hold. Out. Hold. And don't forget this breath in. Mentally voice the words, "My intention is." In. Hold. And on the out, to merge with the Magician card. Out. Hold for a few moments. Okay, now we're connected. Let our breath just go back to its natural rhythm. So if you haven't done so already, I'd like you to close your eyes. As you sit, feel the support. Feel where your body connects to that which holds you up. On the next breath out, release the tension in your shoulders, the tension in your back. Allow yourself to relax, knowing that this time is for you. Okay, in your mind's eye then I want you to envisage that you're stood in the center of the woods, ancient forest. There's a fire lit to your left. The light from the fire and the light from the moon are enough for you to be able to see your surroundings. You feel comforted by the fire. You look down and realize that you're wearing a beautiful white robe with patterns at the cuffs. On the left, there's a series of lines go off at 90-degree angles. They also almost look like the parapet of a castle's walls. On the right hand sleeve, the lines there are more zigzag in fashion, both brilliant scarlet set against the bright white of the gown. You look around and realize the wind is blowing the trees. They're doing a dance for you. You look around and you can can see an old oak table. You start to walk over to the table. You can see the moon's light reflecting off what looks like a stack of silver coins. You reach out your hand. The coins are warm. You turn one over and you see a pentagram stamped on its underside. You feel a connection to the symbol, although you're not quite sure why. You hold the coin for longer and you start to hear a rumble in the distance. It's hard to make out at first. It's almost like the wind is carrying the sound to you. But eventually it gets louder and louder and it becomes clearer and clearer. The sound that you hear is You feel moved to chant along. It's in perfect harmony with each other. You chant. You realize the louder that you chant, the warmer the coin gets in the palm of your hand, but also the greater the vibrations in the ground beneath your feet. You play around with this. The next time you hear the chant and you go soft and deep and soft, you can feel the change in the force of the vibrations beneath your feet every time you do it. And you notice the coin increases and decreases in temperature as well. You feel a connection between the coin, the sound, and the earth. You quickly realize that Gaia is singing to you, and that you are singing in harmony with her. With that primordial sound, you are manifesting and changing the shape of your surroundings. It tickles Gaia when you do this. In fact, it's her favorite game. You go to place the coin in your pocket, and as you reach for the pocket, you realize that your belt, that you once thought was stationary, is actually moving. It's Ouroboros, a snake swallowing its tail. You're reminded instantly of the beauty of the impermanence. As the snake surrounds and informs you of that. You reach out your right hand towards the next item on the table. It's a sword. Shiny sword, reflecting the fire in its handle and the moon in its blade. You take up the sword. As soon as you've got it in your hand, you can feel that vibration again. feels different this time. This time you hear the sound E. You notice the leaves in the trees above you start to rustle more. The branches start to sway and dance to the sound. You're compelled to join in. Once again, you realize as you increase or decrease your volume, the wind picks up and lets off at the same pace. The trees laugh, changing the wind. It's tickling their branches. You look up to the tree just on your left, and you realize 9 red roses growing from its branches. These you instantly recognize as a symbol for passion and intensity. This is your gift from the trees. The smell of the roses encapsulates you. It's almost like it's being carried by the wind to surround you in perfect perfume. Place the sword back on the old oak table. The next item is a wand. You take the wand in your right hand, and in doing so, you realize for the first time that you're actually holding a wand in your left arm this whole time. You didn't realize. You're so focused on the items around you. You raise your left arm to the air. You feel the connection between earth and sky. You are the conduit. This fills you with a warm energy. The scent of the roses picks up again. This energy turns into this fire within. The fire within grows, and you start to hear another sound. Feel the fire within getting hotter and hotter. You instantly realize this is the sound of fire. The wand is very hot to the touch. You chant softly. For a moment, you're concerned that the heat within is getting too much. And then that scent envelops you once more. You see the roses. You take a deep breath. You are ready to chant. the fire within. Feel the energy bursting out. Glorious golden flames. The flames are used to create light. You place the wand on the desk and look for the first time at the final object. A chalice of water. The water seems to be glowing. It's giving off this energy. Take the chalice in your right hand. It's cool to the touch. You hear another sound. As the sound gets closer, the water in the chalice becomes more vibrant. The sound you hear is ooh. You chant along. The sound is all around you. The water is truly vibrant. You take a drink. It's so soothing. You feel the cool water in your mouth as it rushes down your throat. And that sound again. In that moment, you realize that it's not only the water in the chalice that you've now drank that is gaining in energy, but it's the water in every cell in your body. It's vibrating. You place the chalice back on the table. Close your eyes. And the light from the fire, the light from the moon are playing a dance. You start to notice a shape being drawn out by the fire and by the light of the moon. You recognize it instantly. It's an infinity symbol. One half of the symbol represents the earth and the forces of creativity, while the other half represents the sky and the forces of intent. You focus your attention on the central point where both meet. This is a space for creative intent, the perfect balance of flow and focus. Sit with that for a moment. Allow the light from the fire and the light from the moon to dance their sacred dance and create this sacred shape. realize that this too is inside of you. As the magician, you are the conduit from the inner world and the outer world. Okay. When you're ready, just slowly open your eyes. Taking your surroundings again. And the idea of that is just to give us, a real fun way of being able to connect more with the cards. So the exercise was great for me to go through it myself as well, because obviously as I was talking to you then, I was envisaging the things I was talking about. So it really, really helped me. So thank you very much for being a part of this straight from the very beginning. And I hope that you find it useful in helping you to dream the card. I just thought it would be quite a fun way to look at it from a slightly different perspective, a different way. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it anyway, and I'll catch up with you all soon. Cheers, man.